I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. We're going to move to just truly massive scale. Scale that no company has ever achieved in the history of humanity.
Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, that was Elon Musk, of course, talking about the Optimus robot, his predictions, his plans, and for Tesla itself. This is the second video about the We Robot event. The last one was about exactly what Elon said, his predictions for everything there. This is more focused on the Optimus robot and the Cybercab, what happened there when they were demonstrating those. So let's get into it.
And we've made a lot of progress with the Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit.
And here we go. Here's that person in the robot suit. Remember this? It was pretty cringeworthy at the time.
And then we've progressed dramatically year after year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO.
They have made progress on the bot for sure since the dancing suit days, which was a fair while ago, but they have made progress. There are other companies in this space as well. I might make a video about those in the future. There's definitely competition out there. Tesla's the highest profile when it comes to the bot, but there are definitely other companies out there, some with a lot of funding, some ready to go into production with thousands of bots. But let's focus on this, what Elon's saying about the Tesla bot Optimus.
But fundamentally, at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term.
$20,000 to $30,000. There was a time when he said the Cyber truck was going to be $40,000, $39,990 to be exact. It's more like $100,000, starting to come down a little bit in price, but that was a big difference. It's almost like, as I said in the last video, he's picked $30,000 as a price that seems affordable, and there's a lot of water to go under the bridge before it actually goes into production at a price. But you know, $30,000. Will people want it in their homes for that? They'll be in factory settings first, of course, and he has talked about it being in Tesla factories first, and that's what the other humanoid robots will be doing first as well, I think.
So, and what can it do? Do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks.
Serve drinks, and that's what they did at the We Robot event. But was there some puffery involved? We're going to have a look at that.
Whatever you can think of, it will do. And I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind.
Whoa, the biggest product of any kind. And there, he didn't mean just for Tesla, he meant the biggest product of any kind in the world ever. He doesn't make claims that are small, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The crowd likes it.
Because I think everyone, of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy. And there's going to be maybe two, and then they'll be producing products and services. Now, one of the things we wanted to show tonight was that Optimus is not a canned video. It's not walled off. The Optimus robots will walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots.
So this is what they did at the event. They had robots walking in the crowd, serving drinks. We're going to have a look at that and see what's actually going on there.
So you'll be able to walk right up to them, and they'll serve drinks at the bar. It's a wild experience just to have humanoid robots, and they're there. You're just in front of you. So yeah, with that, let's party.
Okay, so he seemed to imply there that they were autonomous robots, but he didn't really say about how that was going to work. So let's have a look.
If you look at that gazebo over there, let's get the party started.
So here they are dancing there in the gazebo. It's obviously programmed on a programmed loop. We can see that, and we'll see them where they power down as well. It's definitely choreographed loop. There's nothing autonomous about that. It's definitely just programmed. There they are powering down. And there's people taking selfies with the serving robot, and there's this robot waving, which looks pretty impressive. This is their official video. There was just music over this, no sound, and people having a good time there. And it looks like, you know, pretty impressive that the robots are serving drinks. What was going on there? We're going to see in a minute a view from people, videos taken by the crowd here in different ways. So this is Hallmark's catalog, Omar Kazi. He is a Tesla influencer, paid by Tesla, not sure about that. Indirectly, he's on X and Elon retweets or, you know, gives him indirectly money that way as other influencers. Are they paid directly by Tesla? Not sure. He does tweet, can I say tweet? Tweet about it all day, every day. Makes videos of FSD. So I think there might be some financial arrangement there between a lot of these big influencers with big followings and either Elon or X or Tesla. The lines are blurred about who's getting paid what here, but he's definitely a Tesla influencer, a well-known one. So he's going to be very supportive of what's going on here.
Hey. Sweet. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Give it a course anytime. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Doing good. Peace, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Nice. I love the change. That step right up.
Now here we can see directly with the robot, there's a voice here, and there's a lot of movements going on with the robot. And so some people were fooled here to think this was autonomous, and that would be incredibly impressive, but that's not possible yet. The voice was by somebody who was teleoperating. We'll see what that means. You can see the curtain in the background there. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody was directly behind the curtain, or there was a control room with lots of teleoperators there. But there were people fooled by this. Elon didn't mention the teleoperation, even though it's pretty obvious here. And in hindsight, there was criticism of that Elon didn't say that. But, you know, somebody like Omar is not going to say that in the video. But some people asked questions, and we'll see that.
Can I have a watermelon fogarita? A watermelon? Yeah. Where's the car? How am I doing so far? Killing it. Thank you so much. Robots are our friends. Robots love all humans. We're going to be super useful in the future. What can I get you? I would love a watermelon, please. Watermelon, come right up. Look at that
Pretty
grass.
impressive.
Yeah. It's only going to get better. Yeah. It's going to get exponentially better, trust me.
Exponentially. If it was an LLM, some people thought it was an LLM, a large language model AI that was doing this. It's fooled into that, but obviously there's somebody talking. There's somebody behind it teleoperating. Good teleoperation, I have to say, even though Elon could have said that, and they obviously been trained to do this, had a lot of practice in this. So it's not somebody actually in the suit, but doing it by camera and microphone. It's pretty difficult. We'll have a look at how that works in a minute.
Gotta say order of magnitude. The possibilities are endless. I know this guy wants to go to Mars.
Yep, it's on my shirt.
What can I get
Here we go. Now this guy asked the question. He's a little bit skeptical, you can tell.
you?
I'll have the watermelon too.
Watermelon, coming right up.
So are you being remote controlled?
How's your night going, sir?
Good. I said, are you being remote controlled?
Today, I'm
Yeah.
assisted by a human. I'm not yet fully autonomous.
Thank you.
Here you go, sir.
Got it.
He gave a line which I'm sure they were told to say, I'm assisted by a human, and he didn't pronounce autonomous properly either. So definitely not autonomous, and not to do with AI there. Teleoperated, and this was a robot outside, people having fun, mingling with the crowd there. And you can see there the handlers, lots of them with the red tags on there that are helping there, and you can see them talking into the speaker, helping them out and directing the person who's teleoperating. Have a look. See, they're playing charades and playing games. See, there's somebody talking there. See, I was talking to the microphone there to help him, and another guy doing that, talking at the back there, helping the guy who's teleoperating. And they all have different voices, so there's like a teleoperator for each one. Somebody playing paper, rock, scissors there, losing the game.
Yeah, Optimus can talk?
Yeah.
So there's this whole Musk catalog again. Omar, who is not giving that game away.
He also does sign language.
Hey, Optimus, what's up? How's it going, man? Join the party? What do you think of the new Cybercab? Cybercab looks amazing. I know. I'm trying to get a ride. Dude, me too.
So again, Omar, or a whole Musk catalog, as a promoter, a pumper of Tesla, everything Tesla.
So, how do you like working for Tesla? Do they treat you well? Yeah.
Now this is interesting. He's actually asking an employee of Tesla, he's making out like he's asking the robot, but he's actually asking the teleoperator what's it like working for Tesla. If he's not having a good time at Tesla, he's not going to say so.
I love Tesla. What do you think of Elon Musk?
Cool guy. What do you think of Elon Musk?
I love him. He's a great guy.
Yes.
Are you voting for Trump or Kamala?
I'm a bot. I don't vote.
Okay, fair.
I'm a bot. I don't vote. That was a good answer. It's if he's going to get into politics. A lot of the Tesla influencers are following Elon into voting for Trump and talking about that, getting other people. And so he asked the bot, expecting him to be positive about it, but he said the right thing, I think. I'm a bot. I don't vote.
John. Where's John?
Now, this guy's from the Silicon Valley Tesla Owners Club, and he seems to be pretty convinced that it's an autonomous robot, the look of it. Or if he doesn't, he's not giving it away, but he seems overly impressed by the robots talking.
Right here.
Oh, hello, John.
How are you? That's crazy. I'm talking to a robot. From San Jose. Probably from where you were born in Silicon Valley.
Where do you live in San Jose? Do you live in Mountain Valley or do you live in Santa Teresa area?
No, I live in Los Gatos.
Los Gatos. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where do you live?
He's not talking to a robot. He's talking to the teleoperator. He doesn't seem to understand that, or he's just, convincing himself that it's not. You've noticed that this was tweeted out by Doge Designer, which is either one of Elon's accounts or an employee, another influencer, or an affiliate of some kind, an alternative account that it's constantly tweets out great things about Elon Musk and everything Tesla.
There is. Where do you live?
I live in Palo Alto at the current moment.
Figures. Yeah, this is awesome.
That's where they train us, that's where we get our builds, and that's where we work with a wonderful group of people.
What's the hardest thing about being a robot?
Trying to learn how to be as human as you guys are.
Being a teleoperator and trying to make it seem like it's autonomous, more like trying to be human. So really, they're playing a little game here, whether he believes it's autonomous or not, but definitely trying to convince people that there's more going on here than teleoperation.
And that's something I try harder to do every day, and I hope that you will help us become that way.
Well, awesome. Nice to meet you, Optimus. Great video. Okay, so what games can we play?
Yeah, this is Marquez Brownlee, who's a tech reviewer. He's going to be more skeptical, but he's not overly harsh in his reviews. But he says in this tweet here, playing charades with the Tesla Optimus robot last night, this is either the single greatest robotics and LLM demo the world has ever seen, or it's mostly remote operated by a human, no in between. So obviously he knew straight away, I think, that it wasn't autonomous.
What games do I play? I play charades. You want to play charades?
That sounds great. You do.
Yeah, let's do it. I got one for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. One word. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm pretty sure we all. What I'd assume would happen is that his feet become.
It looks like you're fishing right
like
now.
what Garfield is doing on.
That's right. You got it. Nice work.
Guys, I have a more important question. Oh, what's the?
Okay, and this guy asked a question of the robot outside, like the other guy said inside. Asked the question if he's teleoperated or not. Listen to this.
Are you fully autonomous right now, or are you being controlled by a human?
assistance of a human right now.
Got it. Okay.
So there again, he said operated by the assistance of a human. So they were briefed obviously beforehand to say that if they were asked questions. But again, Elon didn't say that. He could have said that to the crowd, but he chose not to.
Well, I hope that answers your question.
No, it does.
This is where they do the training. You can see that they've had videos before of robots, the teleoperators, training the robots or working with the robots. And this is Josh Wolf saying humans teleoperating Tesla Optimus robots. When the robots stiffly walked in, that was programmable. We're in fixed position dancing, that was programmable. We saw that their feet weren't moving, it's just the upper body and it was programmed. But any of the human interactions with the robots were 100% teleoperated. Otherwise, that is a lie. And again, Elon didn't say that. He chose not to say that. He said the robots will be moving about and serving you drinks, sort of implying that they'd be autonomous. And so people were a little bit confused by that. So here they are practicing their teleoperation in the lab there in the factory. And this is an analyst, a Wall Street analyst who was fooled. So obviously fooled. He says reports that Optimus bots were teleoperator. Fooled me, he said the next day. Wish the full autonomy for Optimus was further, but still gave me a window into the potential around these products. And at the time he did seemed to think that they were autonomous, which is surprising to me, somebody who's so into the industry and tech, that he was actually fooled by this is really kind of poor form, I think. You think that he would have been able to tell, being a top tech analyst. Supposedly he's on CNBC all the time talking about tech. Then he allowed himself to be fooled by this instead of being questioning. He should be looking into different aspects of the industry. So that really surprised me that he was fooled by this. And this is Robert Scoble, a well-known tech reviewer and tech cheerleader. Really, he's really a cheerleader for everything tech, hardly ever questioning. And he said, Optimus made me a drink, please. This is not wholly AI, a human is remote assisting. This means AI Day next year, where we will see how fast Optimus is learning. So he did pick it, he saw it obviously, but he's not critical of it. He didn't mention how Elon didn't say anything about it. And this is Troy Test-like, another Tesla influencer on X, saying at yesterday's Tesla event, the Optimus bots were remote controlled and voiced by humans. While the demonstration was interesting, I think Tesla could have been a bit more transparent by doing a few things differently. And here we have two Tesla influencers, influential Sawyer Merritt, who's on X all the time, talking with Kathy Wood. She was at the event. She's been a Tesla shareholder and Tesla promoter over the years. And this is Dan Ives, who was at the event. We'll have some video by him talking about it afterwards. Literally looking a little bit like a clown here in a clown suit. I think it's fine to wear colorful clothes, but literally looking like a clown here. Are we in a clown market again?
I've covered tech almost 25 years. What I saw yesterday in LA, I think it was a game changer. And look, short on details, I get it. But this is the new chapter, the new book for Tesla.
He's always so very optimistic, could say puffery of his own. He talks about the AI party going on for years. It says it's 9 a.m. It's going to go on till 3. And so the bubble, the boom, he is really calling for a bubble in AI. We think that's going to happen. He said that before. So he's very optimistic about what's going on here. Optimistic about Optimus and Cybercab.
When you look at Optimus, I mean, you're talking about a robot that you're interacting with that's literally making margaritas for guests.
Interacting with a teleoperator, as we've seen.
Taking selfies. The point is, like, this now goes into a new age. You talk about AI. This is going to be one of the biggest use cases when it comes to robotics as well as autonomous.
Can you see, because you were there in person, real potential versus, as Claire was saying, sort of sci-fi optimism?
The sci-fi optimism, Elon Musk's optimism, extreme optimism, and I've seen in previous videos that I've made some of the things that Elon said. A lot of the things that he said have either not been on the right timeline, way off, and when it comes to FSD, it's been 10 years where he's been saying next year, and vehicles can drive themselves. Even way back in 2016, 2017, he was saying they're safer than a human when clearly that they weren't.
Well, yeah, look, what Claire's talking about, I mean, the sci-fi optimism maybe that was 3-4 years ago. Here, you look at Cybercab. I mean, I think there could be 70, 80,000 of these on the road as we go into 2026, 2027. In terms of test driving it, smooth ride, no issues in terms of what I see with the interventions. In other words, like, I feel like they are getting closer and closer to what's essentially full autonomous, and those cars, no steering wheel, no pedal.
Okay, we're going to see that. We're going to see him riding the Cybercab and what that was like, riding in a car with no pedals, no steering wheel, and the setup that they had there at the event in the Warner Brothers studio lot.
Now, look, scarce on details. We all know Musk is not going to, really go up there and give so many details. This lays the groundwork for what I kind of view as this AI chapter, this really AI future at Tesla.
Well, Elon could have given us some details. In past presentations, he has given a lot of detail at Autonomy Days and other events. He's been great detail. Maybe I'm thinking there's lawyers have got through to them saying don't make too many predictions or promises, not too much puffery, because we may be starting to get into trouble with that with various investigations. It was very light on detail. He did have some big statements, as we've seen, but pretty light on technical detail when it comes to following through. He did give a few timelines which seemed optimistic at best again, but we'll have to see.
You think they could give us more detail if they wanted to?
I think they also have to be careful. Can't give away the playbook, right? So last thing they want to do, give details that maybe have to get pushed back. You don't want to, you want to take genie out of the bottle, can't put it back in.
A Model S and Model X at this point can drive autonomously with greater safety than a person right now.
And that was back in 2016, Elon said that.
For a year, just a little, maybe a year and 3 months. But next year, for sure, we will have over 1 million robotaxis on the road.
Next year, for sure, next year. It was 2019 he said that. 1 million robotaxis, remember that? And Kathy Wood from ARC went along with that. She said that too. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet.
Most profound thing is that if you buy a Tesla today, I believe you are buying an appreciating asset, not a depreciating asset.
And that's one of the most egregious things he said, I think, the predictions that the Tesla car, when you buy it, will be an appreciating asset. If FSD autonomy, that the cars you'd buy would be appreciating, you could make money from them. And there was a time there briefly that even used cars went up in value during the pandemic, but that only was a short time. But that's not what Elon meant.
You will be able to buy one. We expect the cost to be below $30,000.
There we go again, $30,000, and the crowd likes that. Seems to be picking this $30,000 figure at the moment as being people thinking it's affordable. He said for the Tesla bot would eventually be that long term, and now he's saying the Cybercab $30,000. Remembering that he said $40,000 for the Cybertruck, and that when that came out it was $100,000, way different. So it makes you wonder how much this will actually be when they do go into production. Whenever that is. He gave timelines, but they really often always get pushed out. And there's Elon in the Cybercab there in the prey position to show that he's not using the controls. There's no controls in there. Or is he just hoping that it doesn't crash at this big event with lots of eyes on him? I don't think that's the case, because they had it fully mapped out, the area. It was almost like it was on rails. It's similar to Waymo, actually. It's a tightly geofenced area. It's fully mapped out, and there's not a lot of traffic here. Here they are, the Cybercabs lined up ready for people to take rides. Pretty impressive. Lots of lighting, lots of flashy lighting. Literally a Hollywood production. And there's the Cybercab. This is Marcus Brownlee talking about the Cybercab, a tech reviewer well known on YouTube.
What I find hilarious is the tires look like really, really thin, and the wheel looks like it's made of gold. But if you take a look up close, they've painted half of the tire gold, so it looks like the tire's really thin. But Next time you see one roll by, you'll see half the tires painted gold to make it look super low profile.
So I thought it was like an airless tire, like we're trying to...
It kind of looks like that, yeah. But it's just a regular Continental tire.
A bit of the puffery again. They've actually painted tires to change the profile. And this guy who used to work at Tesla thought that was surprising. This is not engineering, he says. The Tesla I used to work for would never shoddily spray paint tires like this. That too on a critical product for its first public reveal. How things have changed in the company in the past few years. Obviously they're not going to be like that on the real thing when it does come out. It's a concept vehicle, but it was a little bit surprising to see that.
Buckle your seatbelt.
This is Omar, Tesla influencer, Tesla promoter, pumper, on his first ride inside the Cybercab. So we do get to see that, and it's interesting to see what it's going to be like or should be like. We don't know if it's actually going to be like this when it comes out, but no pedals, no steering wheel.
My first driverless Tesla ride in the all-new Tesla Cybercab. Wow. Wow, select where you want to go. Okay, let's go to Westworld. And let's start the ride.
So Elon did say it was going to be like a ride, like a theme ride, and they have set it up like this, as I said, in a very safe environment, just following along, no traffic, and they're not allowed on the streets like this, but Elon hoping to get regulatory approval to get this happening on the streets.
We got theater, there's a stop ride button.
There's a stop ride button. Now, I have to say that I would be having my finger on the stop ride button at this point, having seen, you know, lots of videos of people with real FSD, current versions on the road. You'd be a bit nervous, I think. Waymo, people are used to that, and it seems to be going well.
Got games. Okay, they got a map. Cool. No steering wheels, no pedals. This is so nice. You can just stretch out your feet.
Yeah, it's really spacious.
Yeah. In the other cars, you kind of have the pedals in the way. Not a problem here. All right, we're pulling out now. Here we go. I've always wondered when my first driverless Tesla ride would be, and it's today. And who knew it would be in a vehicle with no steering wheels or pedals. Wow, this is really incredible. $30,000 for this?
Maybe.
This is amazing. No glass roof in this thing. Pretty simple, bare bones vehicle, but very comfortable. And honestly, I love the design. It's like a little Cybertruck. And here on the studio backlot, I mean, it really feels like you're driving through a city. And here we are. And the doors might be my favorite part. You can't not love that.
I must say I do like the design of it as well, whether it stays like that. The Cybertruck changed a little bit before they brought it out, so we'll have to see, but I do like this design. So what do you think of all this? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Elon should have let people know about the teleoperators operating the robots, or just letting people guess? I mean, the word was going to get out, but was it more puffery from him? People were expecting them to be autonomous and they weren't. Was it a disappointment? And what do you think of the Cybercab? Do you like the design? And how long do you think it's going to be before they actually release, before they solve autonomy, as Elon puts it? Let me know. Now, I've recently launched YouTube memberships. There's still Patreon as well. You can now choose between the two, and on screen are some of the benefits you get, the perks with the YouTube membership. They're both the same on each platform, including early access and membership only live streams and videos, photos, status updates, and more. So do join me there. As I said, you can choose between Patreon and YouTube membership. I'll put both links in the description. Now on screen, I'm going to put a link to the previous video about the We Robot event, where we looked at what Elon actually said, all of the things that he said, the predictions he made, some of the puffery involved. So go and see that now if you haven't seen that already. And thanks to everybody for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.